Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have an update about Layla. Sorry about the lighting, it's nighttime and Layla's asleep. I'm trying to film this video while she's sleeping and she finally went to sleep. I tried to film it a couple days ago, but it didn't work out because she loves the tripod and she loves to just like act like she's taking pictures and videos and stuff. So I'll be inserting some parts of that video into this one because I showed her trying to do like the more and all that. So I have an update about her. It is the 2-year update, so I'll be updating you guys about everything mostly. So first off, she is 2 years old. She turned 2 on July 13th, 2019. I was about to say 17, but that's her birthday. 2019. So about a month and a half ago or something along that line. And we just weighed her yesterday. She's 23 pounds and 6 ounces, so she's almost 24 pounds. She's actually gaining weight now. She's been stuck at the like 22 and 21 pound mark ever since about a year and a half ago. So she's actually now gaining weight, so I'm happy to hear about that. And she wears size 4 and size 5 in shoes. Size 4 is getting a little too tight on her, but size 5 is still too big on her. So she's around 4 and 5. And some 2T and 24-month clothing is too big on her, but some of them are her size. So she still can fit into 18-month-old clothing, but we're starting to go into the 2T and 24-month, although some of them are just a tiny bit big and some of them are like very huge on her, where I feel like they won't even be her size until like maybe like 2020. So that's where she's at in sizes and stuff like that. And then onto the talking, she still does not talk. She's 2 years and she still doesn't talk. We don't know what's going on. I don't know, honestly. She's still going to speech therapy like she's been going ever since 18 months. So it's about 6 months now. She has started imitating. She does more. I'll show you guys a clip of her doing this in the other video that I did before this one. So she does more. She does all done, and she's trying to do the open, but she's still not getting like the open done. She kind of claps instead of doing open. So I'll insert it right here. She loves to imitate. She does more. Can you show us more? More? Show us more here. Show us more. Here, show us more. 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 Can you show us all done? Show us all done? Hold on. What are you doing, girl? Okay. Can you show all done? Show all done. No, she's not in the mood. Can you show us all done? All done. No? Okay. She knows how to do all done as well. And show all done. All done. Yeah, all done. Thank you. And then she does open. Can you do open? She kind of doesn't do it correct, but she can do it. Do open. 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 Yeah, she's getting there on the open one. So and after that, she also loves to kiss. She's learned how to like bring her lips together and kiss. So she loves to kiss. She loves to give hugs. She high fives. She claps. She stomps. Especially when she's mad, she stomps all the time. She does a lot of imitating and a lot of stuff. The other day she saw me eating watermelon with a fork, and she usually just eats it with her hand, so she wanted a fork really bad and she wanted to do the same thing I was, and she finally knew how to like put it in from the first time and grab the watermelon with it. So she's doing good with imitating and like learning new things. She has this new thing where she just feeds her teddy bears. So whenever she's eating something, she needs to feed her teddy bear first. So she's imitating and doing a lot of like pretend play. She is doing the like feeding her doll or brushing a doll's hair. That's not really pretend play, but she's also like acting like she uses the phone. She'll put her phone, or my phone or my mom's phone, on her ear and act like she's talking. And then she also loves to just call the other phone. Like if she's using my mom's phone, she'll call my phone, or if she's using my phone, she'll call my mom's phone, or she'll even call my dad's phone. So she just loves to call. Like nobody answers her or anything, but she just will keep calling and calling and calling. She's like your ex-girlfriend who just keeps calling you all the time. Oh my god. Or like a stalker. That's what she is. She just, like, my phone will have 20 missed calls from her. Anyways, so she likes to do that, and also forgot to mention her molars are in, so she's starting to eat more. Also, it's so weird how she didn't like milk. Like, I would always try to give her milk, and she would never want to drink it, but now she loves milk. She will go to the fridge and, like, stand by it, just start screaming and yelling until someone goes to the fridge and opens it for her, and she'll point at something that she wants. So she also learned to point, and, most of the time it's usually yogurt, cheese, or milk, so it's dairy. So she really loves dairy. She loves those three. And she really, really, really loves Pepsi. She's addicted to Pepsi. Anything that has caffeine, doesn't have to be Pepsi, just any type of soda. She is addicted, as well as iced tea. I really like iced tea, so whenever I go to McDonald's or whatever, I usually get iced tea. And she'll be like, ooh, I want whatever you're drinking, and I'll give it to her, and she really loves it. So whenever anyone has a drink, or she sees Pepsi in her sightings, or in her sight, she will grab the Pepsi bottle and start running to me with it. I will usually tell her stuff and she follows direction, like go get a cup whenever she wants to drink. She'll go get a cup and a lid, although they won't be like the correct size, and a straw. So she listens, she pays attention, she follows directions. I tell her, like, go throw this in the trash, she'll go throw it in the trash, or go give this to grandma, she'll do it. So she really understands. I don't know why she isn't speaking, honestly, but she understands, like, I would say 90% of the stuff that we say. So her not speaking is really weird to me. I'm not sure what it's about, but I was at her speech therapy. She was doing speech, occupational, and food. So for food, we were doing it because I was breastfeeding her and she wasn't really eating much. But now that she's actually stopped breastfeeding and she's eating, we stopped the feeding therapy. And while I was doing the feeding therapy one of the days, I was talking to one of the therapists, and we suggested that we should see if there's any, like, neurological issues in her brain from her, like, hitting her head against the wall and all of this, because she really loves to hit her head against the wall. So that's what her therapist suggested, if I should, check. So I told our pediatric to check, and they said we're not really concerned about that, but we're concerned getting her tested for autism, because she might have autism, because autistic kids tend to do the same thing over and over, and she hits her head a lot. I'm not sure why. Like, when she's mad, she'll hit her head, or just for fun, she'll just hit her head in the wall. So they said that she had several, like, traits or characteristics of autistic kids, and they wanted her to get tested for autism. So we're supposed to get tested, but apparently the doctor says that it doesn't show until 31 months. So we're waiting until she turns 31 months, which will be sometime in February. But insurance only covers it up until the end of January. So we got an appointment in the end of January, so we should be getting those tests done in the beginning of this year, and we will see if that's the reason why she isn't talking, maybe. But also another reason we found out while she was also at feeding therapy is that she has an underbite. An underbite is when her bottom jaw is bigger than her top jaw. So usually our top teeth are on top of our bottom teeth, like this, but with her it's like this, where these are above these, as you can tell. So that's very uncomfortable. If you guys try it out the way I was just doing it, that seems very uncomfortable, and it could be a reason why a child is delayed in speaking. So I also talked to her pediatrician about that, and they said that it should go on its own, but if it doesn't, we have to treat it by 6 or 7 years old. So I don't know, does that mean she's not going to speak until 6 or 7 years old, or does that mean she's just going to speak a little bit later than most children, or what? So those are two factors that could be the reason why she's so far behind in speech, but she does try to say words that I say. Like, me and my mom were talking in Arabic, and we said the word kattar, which means like extra. And she said kattar, like she tried to say it. And then we kept on repeating it, but she would not say it again. And also in English, she waves. So I'll be like, hi. And she once tried and said like, hi. And I'm like, oh my god, yes, you're doing it. But she hasn't really spoke, and she doesn't do it all the time. It's just maybe a coincidence that she makes the same sound as the word that I'm saying. I'm not sure. But anyways, on to the next. Sorry, I keep looking down because I'm looking at my notes here. So she loves YouTube. She loves just taking anyone's phone, turning on YouTube. She's also very, like, technologically smart. She knows everything on phones. Like, she knows the phone button where you call people. She knows, like, the contacts where she looks for my dad or my number and calls. She looks for the picture, not the number, because she obviously doesn't memorize the number. She just sees our picture and she knows who it is. And she's also very, smart in, like, YouTube. She will turn YouTube on and just scroll through it and find the song she wants and choose it. And then you know how on your phone you can click on that little button that brings all of the opened windows or all of the open tabs, and you can just swipe to the left or up top to close them all? She knows how to do that too. She'll press on it and just close everything that's open. So she's pretty smart in technology. She also does that with YouTube Kids. So YouTube Kids, right when you turn it on, the screen turns sideways like this. She'll turn it on, she'll click the app, and then as she's clicking it, she'll just like turn the phone this way. So she's very smart, I think, with technology. So she's honestly really smart in everything. It's just the talking that she's really, really slow in. I'm not really sure why, as I said before. So anyway, she really loves songs. She likes to listen to Elmo. Her favorite song was Twinkle Twinkle Little Star when she was younger. Now she really listens to a lot of stuff, but she's been stuck on Elmo the past like month or so. She really wants to be independent. Whenever she wants anything, she wants to do it on her own. Like when she stands by the fridge and I open it for her, she wants to carry the milk jug on her own, or she wants to carry the yogurt tub on her own, and then once we open the tub, she wants to like spoon out the yogurt and put it in a plate, but I obviously try to help her. Sometimes she gets really mad, sometimes she'll let me hold her hand and we can both do it together. So she really wants to be independent. She also goes into her little pile of clothes and chooses whatever she wants, and she'll just wear it over what she's wearing. Like, just I don't know where, she'll just go to like her clothes, pick some pants out, and then just put them over the pants she's wearing already. I'm like, what are you doing? Sometimes she doesn't know how to put it on. Obviously, she might put like both her feet in one of the legs, but at least she's independent and trying. So she's trying to be independent, but she can't be. She's still too young. You're only 2 years old, baby girl, so not now, but one of these days you can be. So anyway, she loves milk, as I said, and Pepsi. I'm trying to get her to stop with the Pepsi addiction because it is really bad. She's only 2 and she's like addicted really bad. I can't keep it out of her face because my dad's addicted to Pepsi as well. So there's always got to be Pepsi in the house, but I'm trying to have juice as well so that when she says, here, I want some Pepsi, or brings me the Pepsi bottle, I'll be like, no, we can have juice instead. So sometimes it does work, sometimes it doesn't, where I'll pour some juice in the cup and she will still give me the Pepsi bottle. So I'll pour like a little tiny bit of Pepsi and make the juice turn brown like the Pepsi color, or black like the Pepsi color, and then she'll drink it. So I'll have like a small little bit, like 10% Pepsi and 90% juice or whatever. She also, my doctor recommended giving her sparkling water instead of Pepsi because it's caffeine free, so she likes that one as well. Sometimes it's the same thing with the juice where she wants to mix the Pepsi in with it, but sometimes she'll just drink it on her own or on its own. She really loves watermelons really much, especially trying to juice them all over herself. That's the best. And oranges, she just loves to juice the oranges. I'm like, girl, you're not even eating, you're just making orange juice. She really loves top ramen. That's really bad. She likes all of these bad things. I don't know why. So, the past couple days I've been buying top ramen or like noodle soup for myself, and she decided to eat it. She's loved it ever since she was younger. Whenever we were back in Egypt with Mohammed, she would eat it. She was around 9 months old. She really loved it, and she's been addicted since. Not addicted, but she's been in love with it ever since. And I stopped buying it because of her. I hid the ones that I had up on top of the fridge, so she can't see them, but I stopped buying it because I don't want her to eat it. I wish I could do the same with Pepsi, but sadly I can't because there's other people who want Pepsi in this household other than Layla. She really likes rice, but she's having a hard time holding a spoon. When she grabs the rice onto the spoon and she brings it to her mouth, she'll drop it halfway, but sometimes she'll get some in her mouth. It just depends on how good her hand motor skills are, so we're working on that at her OT speech and feeding therapies that we're doing, more like OT therapy. And she's going through a phase of not wanting to change diapers. She just runs around, goes crazy. She'll take her diaper off and just run around the house. Well, I'll take her diaper off for her and she'll just run around the house because she does not want to change. Or if I pull her pants down or her shorts down or whatever, she will pull them up crying like I'm just like, I don't know, abusing her or something. But I don't know what's going on. It's been like that for like a week or two, but she's starting to slowly let us change her diaper now. Like 2 or 3 days ago, she started to actually let us, but sometimes she won't. She wears pull-ups most of the time. Sometimes I do get her just normal diapers, but those are easy to open at the tab, and she will just open them and take them off. So I think she's ready for potty training. I've tried it a couple times, but she's just like so embarrassed. She closes her leg and like brings her thighs so close to each other, and it doesn't want anyone to see anything. So I'm giving it a go, but I'm not sure if I will stick with it or not, especially since I'm working and I'm not home most of the time, and my mom seems like she doesn't really want to help with the potty training because, you know, it can get messy. So I'm not sure about that. But she also really loves Cheeto Puffs. Another bad item. I feel like this whole video just makes me look like a bad parent. That's really bad. Yes, she just really loves Cheetos. Especially the puffy ones, not the crunchy ones. She loves cats, and we have 7 cats. She loves them so much. There's only 2 of them that are not afraid of her, though, so she will go kiss them, go pet them, go lay by them, act like they're a pillow and lay on top of them. She just really loves cats. And then the rest of them she will try to play with, but they will run away from her, so she doesn't really get to play with those, but she really loves them. And she gets embarrassed in front of strangers. She will look the other way. At first, when she was younger, she was really scared of them, and she would just cry or go crazy if someone talked to her. But I think now she's just kind of embarrassed, but once she gets used to them, she feels a little bit comfortable. We went to my uncle's house probably like 2 weeks ago, and it was her first time seeing him and his wife, and she was shy and embarrassed, and she was like just sitting there quiet, not really doing much. But as time went by and they played with her and they talked to her, she was getting more open and comfortable with them, and she was actually like walking around and playing and stuff. So it just takes her time. Another thing is she does not like being watched while she eats. I learned that at feeding therapy. So if there's some stranger looking at her or someone new that's just around, she will not eat. She will just stand there until they look away or walk out. We used to have the therapist walk out so that she can eat, and then they'll walk back in and act like they're doing something else, and she'll continue eating. But if they look at her, she will not eat. So that's kind of weird that she does that. I'm not sure, but like at restaurants, she's okay. She'll eat. But maybe it's because not everyone's just staring at her because they're trying to see like her feeding habits and all that. So I feel like she's a total new person ever since like she turned 1 till now. This whole past year, she's just been doing a lot of different stuff. She's been a whole nother person, honestly, and she loves to color. She had a phase where she got markers and just colored over everything. Honestly, she would get markers and color on the couch, on the tile, just anything, honestly, and that's really, really bad. So I got her a whiteboard with a not a permanent, a temporary marker where like you just write and you erase on it like at school. She's been trying to stay on the board, but sometimes she'll do it out of the board for some reason, on her hands, on her leg, anywhere. So I tried to hide away the markers, and I gave her some crayons and colored pencils, but they're not as entertaining for her because she has to like press hard on them so that the color can show. But with a marker, you know how they're like really colorful, right when you like scribble something they show up. As for a colored pencil, you have to kind of slightly press harder for them to make color. So I think this is all that I have. This is a very long video, 20 minutes. I'm sorry about how long it is, but I've had a lot to update you guys about, and I'm pretty sure I didn't even cover everything, but that's all I took note of for now. So if I have something else, or if you guys have questions or want to know like a better update, please let me know in the comments, and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notifications so you get notified every time I post a new video, and give this video a thumbs up. Again, I'm sorry about how long this video is and about this bad lighting that has half my face black and half of it lit up. I'm sorry. Just trying to get this video done before Lila wakes up and before I have to like record it for the third time. So hope you guys enjoyed, and bye.